Hi, everyone, and welcome to our 2 cents. I'm Clinton Smith from GCES. I'm here with Galen Bargerstock, our financial advisor and our president. And I guess today I should actually call it our 3 cents, since Levi is here too.
Yeah.
So Levi Allison, welcome to the world.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Glad you could be here. I know that you're relatively new to the team, and you're just getting started, getting out and meeting new clients.
Yeah.
So we wanted to have you on for our 21st episode, which is also conveniently how old you were last year, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So, Levi has been a part of the GCS family for quite a while now. He not only did his internship with us last year, but once he was done with college, he started working for us. He's already a financial advisor at the age of 22, and he is ready. He has a lot of knowledge, and he's ready to start helping people understand their retirement. And today we're talking about happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a pretty easy topic, right? Have you found happiness yet in your road to becoming a great financial advisor?
Yeah, I have.
Nice. Tell me about that.
I enjoy doing it. I enjoy talking to new people, meeting new people, and when you have somebody that's positive, it's makes your day better.
Yeah, we like to have fun at GCES.
We do.
Yeah. So part of that fun is talking about finances with everyone, right, Galen?
Yeah, it sure is. Every day, all day.
Every day, all day. So guys, today we're actually going to be talking about something that I like to call super floofy. As in it's fluffy and also a little bit poofy and a little bit puffy. We're going to be talking about guide to getting your happiness on and getting your happy on, a guide to being more happy, because at GCS, the things that we talk about is health, wealth, and happiness. And we've talked a lot about wealth. We've talked a lot about how health plays into that. But now we're going to talk about how happiness plays into your retirement plan and things that you can do to become a happier person.
Yeah.
And Galen, what makes you happy besides me, obviously?
I just think in generally, I've created a whole atmosphere around me that my life in general just makes me happy, to be involved with what I'm doing. And, I get peace with everything.
Yeah. My happiness comes from volunteerism. I like to volunteer. I am the current campaign chair for the United Way of Indiana County, and that's where I get a lot of my happiness. I like to be able to give back to the community and do good things for other people who deserve it.
Correct.
Yeah. So I want to start out by talking about, it's actually a show. You can probably get it on Netflix, I would imagine.
Yeah, that's where we first watched it. Or no, we didn't watch it on Netflix.
We watched it when it was on DVD, and we actually had to get the DVD out and put it into the thing. That's how long ago we watched this. But it's called The Secret. Have you heard about this yet?
No.
So I'm going to make you watch it at some point. We actually used to make all of our new employees watch it whenever they started working for us. But ultimately, it all comes down to we are in control with the way that we think in our minds and our mindset, and controlling and manipulating the places around us.
Yeah.
Right? The example that they use is someone that is always complaining about being in bad traffic is going to manifest that because they always complain about how much traffic sucks. And so they're always going to get into crappy traffic because they're manifesting it, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like a vision board.
Yeah. I mean, the law of attraction, it's, you want that ball, well, see the ball, be the ball, and you are the ball, So if you feel like you are already, accomplished, well, then you're halfway there because your confidence is there. So it's just envisioning where you want to be.
Yeah. Kind of like vision boards. Have you heard about vision boards?
Yeah.
I feel like
Very
that's
popular
a thing.
with girls.
Yeah. Have you had a vision board?
No, I don't. But I do think it is true, though.
Yeah.
Law of attraction. You have to believe it in good things. Because if you're negative all the time, that's your reality.
So in this whole show, they talk about manifesting things. Traffic is a good example, but a lot of this goes to the whole vision board idea of envisioning where you want to be in your life, whether that be financially, mentally, physically, but picturing in your head where you want to go and then actually taking yourself there by surrounding yourself with those positive thoughts. Yeah. Right? Even RuPaul says, how the hell are you going to love somebody else if you can't love yourself? Can I get an amen?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Whatever walk of life you are, it's going to affect you, the law of attraction. I believe in it 100%. It's just creating that atmosphere. And when you actually watch that movie, you're going to see that it's not just thinking about being something. It's telling you, well, If you're also want something, but you're a really crappy person and you're lying, you're probably not going to achieve that. They want you to be a good person, and it kind of puts a little bit of morals inside of what you also do as a human being.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about the next topic. I mean, it's still the same thing about getting your happy on, but this is an analogy that we have heard probably many times. Other people have probably heard it. I'm not coming up with it. I'm not the one that pioneered this. But the little kid inside your head analogy, do you know what this refers to? No. Galen, do you want to explain it?
I do, yeah. So inside of all of us, there is a child. And remember yourself, everybody watching the show, remember yourself as a child. That is you. That is still you. It's still that 8-year-old that has the insecurities of the world around them. We're just trying to get through. You know, so you have to think about the little kid inside you still, because they're always going to exist, because that's your inner monologue.
Yeah. And this comes with public speaking too.
Yeah.
Like, whenever you are talking in public speaking, you have to think of everyone also has that little kid inside their head. So whenever you're talking to a group of people, it brings everyone down to a personal level by imagining that everyone also has that kid inside their head. But take it a step further. Whenever you are on your daily journey through whatever it is that you do, whether you're on the treadmill in the morning or you're driving to work, the places that your head goes whenever you're having those inner monologue moments can also then affect your life. And you have to think about that. Whenever you are feeding that little kid inside your head, you want to be giving him positive cookies, not negative Nancy cookies.
Yeah.
So building yourself up, having positive thoughts about yourself, positive thoughts about your life and your future is really going to change the outcome of a lot of people's lives. And I mean, you're on TikTok. I'm sure you've seen all these videos where people are like, it changed my life, positive thoughts. It's a lot harder to do than they say.
Yeah. Oh, so, yeah, it is.
In your lifetime, what have you learned on your journey of becoming a happier person, Levi?
I mean, just to be grateful for the things that you have, and you can't be grateful and anxious at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, you have to kind of pick a lane, and to be a happier person, you have to try to knock down your anxiety a little bit and be grateful what you do have.
Yeah.
So.
Very good advice.
Yeah. Gratitude is the number one thing, you know?
Yeah. So on that note, guys, we will be back in just a moment. We're going to continue talking about things that can help you become a happier person, and follow our guide to getting your happy on. We'll see you in just a minute. When we started the business, we didn't know what it was going to come into. You know, we answered a Craigslist ad, and Galen had already had experience in the insurance industry. And we just started working with federal employees.
Inside of our office, we have about 5 support staff that, you know, answer phone calls, questions, paperwork, things like that.
I think clients enjoy working with us because we make it a very easy approach for them, where they might not understand why we're asking some of the questions we ask, but in the end, we put it all together in a 56-page customized report for them that we do for free, where it's a free financial analysis for them to understand everything that they have.
I think clients appreciate the most that we're more down to earth than some other firms, but we have fun while we do it.
At GCES, we have years of experience in working with thousands of families in over 40 states across the country.
We understand the ins and outs of your retirement planning and can help you understand all the options available to you.
Finances, retirement, the future, these are all things that can seem outside of your control, but with proper planning and a partnership with a financial advisor, you can put all of your worries at ease.
I'm Galen Bargerstock, and I've dedicated my life to helping families understand their retirement options and making sure that they can make the most of it, regardless of their income. All families deserve a financial advisor they can trust to help make the best choices.
At GCES, we have the expertise to help you down the road to retirement. All you have to do, give us a call today and start your journey. Welcome back to Our Two Cents, everyone. I'm Clinton Smith. I'm the CEO of GCES, and we are here to talk to you all about different things related to finance. At GCES, we always talk about health, wealth, and happiness as it relates to your finances, and we're going over the last of those today, happiness. You know, we've talked a lot about health. We've talked a lot about wealth. Happiness is just as big of a part in someone's retirement plan, don't you think?
I think it's, if not the biggest part, because if you're not happy during this life that you've, been given and you have, then what is it all about? People hear it all the time. You can have as much money in the world, but if you're not happy, it really doesn't matter because you're not happy.
Yeah. You're doing such a good job at setting me up with these things.
Oh, good.
That actually goes into my next point, which is happiness is linked to our own perception of reality.
Yeah.
Right? If you decide in your head to be happy, you can then start down that path of being happy and being a more grateful person. But in how this relates to finance, Levi, have you seen anything with this?
I mean, I do want to follow up on yours, because if you're not happy while you're working, you're going to be miserable when you're retired too. So don't make that like the silver lining of retirement. I would just say to double down on trying to get happy before you go to retirement and enjoy that going into it.
Yeah. Happiness is often harder to get. We know life gets you down. Stuff happens. Your favorite dog dies. It's probably the worst day of my life. But stuff happens, but you have to pick yourself back up again and move on in the positive directions. There are a lot of different factors that go into affecting people's happiness. We all just went through an election not that long ago, and there are some very divided opinions on that. A lot of people take that personally. So there are a lot of outside factors, but you have to think of maintaining your happiness because it's a part of life.
And back to what I said earlier, it's not just about your happiness, it's about also being kind to other people. I mean, it's the yin and the yang, Yeah, you have to be happy, but you have to also, what's the word I'm looking for, Clint? You have to show people that you're happy, project happiness on others and be that light for them.
Yeah. And that could be a hard thing to do, but I know that there are people in my life that I've met that have been nothing but a positive influence. Yeah. And there are also people that have been nothing but a negative influence.
Negative Nelly, huh?
Right, which is pretty much anyone I was friends with from 21 to 27, I would assume, right?
There was
not
a
that
list.
I'm calling anyone out.
There was a list, and not everybody was bad, no. But
he did have a list. I was not allowed to hang out with anyone.
There are bad influences in this world,
right?
So
we always made the joke that he treated me like he was Schmiegel and I was his precious. Keep him secret, keep him safe.
Yeah, good decisions need to be made.
After a few years, he let me out of the basement, and we've been good ever since. So let's talk about some practices that people can do for developing a happier lifestyle and life set. Galen, why don't you go with the first one of cultivating gratitude?
Gratitude's the number one, thing for anything, and, the secret. It is, you have to be happy with what you have. You have to give thanks for what you've been given, what you have, the opportunities that presented themselves. Because if you're not grateful, it's almost like you're disconnected because you have that mentality, well, why me, So, it's, you just be happy and grateful that, you have the experience. And, I also take it a little bit to the extreme. Some of the negative things that would happen to me in my lifetime, I'm also happy that they happened because that has repositioned me and realigned me of where I should be. So you have to be grateful for not the good, but also the bad because it shaped you.
Yeah, taking the good with the bad.
Correct.
It's all part of it.
Yep.
Levi, do you have anything to add with that?
No.
Perfect. Love it.
We're moving on.
Love it. Moving on. Do you want to take the next one? Prioritizing positive relationships.
Yeah, I would just say for everybody to make yourself happier, call your friends, call your family, check in on them.
Yeah.
Even though you have friends that may be annoying, very annoying.
Yeah.
Still call in, check on them, let them know you care about them, and I think that's going to go a long way.
Yeah. Cool. Next one.
Cool.
Cool.
Sick.
Engaging in meaningful activities. This is something for me that I do a lot with volunteering. I'm a board member with the United Way. Engaging in meaningful activities, to me, this is one of the things that I think goes towards volunteering. There's programs like Big Brother, Big Brother, Big Sister, stuff like that. Volunteering at the YMCA, volunteering at your local animal shelter. I love dogs, so that's right up my alley. I would totally do that if I wouldn't come home with 7 of them. Yeah. But there are different things you can do that are engaging in meaningful activities that is going to help you to get that positive lifestyle and that positive mindset.
Yeah, and reel it back in for, retirement, because at the end of the day, we're talking retirement and finances. If you have those meaningful activities, that's something that you're going to have set aside your time, and you're going to have the budgeting for it if it costs money, or that's what you're going to do throughout your lifetime for your whole lifetime. I don't think that you're going to stop charioting, anytime soon. That seems like it's going to be a staple.
Yeah. Plus, we have White Claw when we do charity stuff, and that always makes it a little bit more fun. Next one is taking care of your physical health through exercise and sleep.
Yeah.
Who wants to talk about that?
You're the exercise guy.
I am, I guess. You are too, Galen.
Yeah, I mean, we get up every single morning and we go to the gym. Do we want to? Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we sit in the parking lot for 20 minutes and decide if we're going into the gym. Sometimes we've turned around, but at least we're trying and we're going out and doing something to get, I like to think of it right now, because I'm running, is get in the sweat,
Yeah. We've only really went to the gym and turned around maybe 2 times in the last 2 years. So it doesn't happen that often.
It has happened.
But it has happened where we go, we just don't want to do it. But taking care of yourself physically is something that is also difficult for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I think it has to do a lot with the way that people grew up. Some people in some families and households take physical activity a little bit more seriously. Some of them into sports, which then that's just making physical activity wrapped around a game to seem fun.
Correct.
But it's all relative in taking care of yourself. And I know we don't want to talk about health today because we're talking about happiness, but keeping yourself healthy is a definite way to keep yourself happy too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You have to look forward to this in the future, Levi, when health issues start coming at you.
Yeah. I'm lucky for right now, but I'm not always going to be lucky.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Practicing mindfulness, what do you think this means?
Being aware of your surroundings, understanding how, your life is working around you, what are your work relationships like, or even, like when we go to the grocery store, we know everybody at the grocery store. So it's kind of like mindfulness is knowing your surroundings and what's going on. And again, that's the happiness, because be happy for everybody.
I agree.
Excellent. Good.
I concur.
Yeah, good. Levi concurs. So setting realistic goals is another one. I think that this really has to do with setting yourself up for success. Setting up a goal that you can't attain or can't reach is only going to make you feel bad about it whenever you get there. So setting up realistic goals is really something simple for everyone to do. If it comes to finances, you can call us. There's a number on the screen, 888-391-3465, and we can help you understand all of the things related to your financial goals. We'll even talk to you about happiness, too, for 28 and a half minutes if you want. Guys, we'll be right back in a second. See ya.
I think the best thing to start at with retirement is just knowing that you don't have to have a certain dollar amount for retirement. It's just knowing that you want to retire and you need to start thinking about the different aspects of it.
Even if you're in your 30s and you just got married, it's time to start meeting with someone and get a plan in place. It's not always easy to do it whenever you're right there at retirement. So if you're years out, it's time to get a plan in place.
I think a successful retirement is a happy retirement. It doesn't matter to me how much money you're going to make into retirement. You know your bills better than I do. So I think just being happy and comfortable with what you have is the appropriate amount that you need for retirement. It's very important to have a financial plan into retirement, because if you don't have a plan, you're going to kind of be lost with what to do. And plans change, but at least if you establish a plan, you have a little bit more consistency of what's going to go on.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Clinton Smith. This is Our 2 Cents, and we are talking about a guide to getting your happy on. So we're talking all about things that can help you become a happier person in your life and help you get on that track that you want to be to where you want to be. Mm-hmm. So we just went, right before we went to break, we were talking about setting realistic goals. What do you think, Levi, is some things that you should really think about whenever you're trying to set goals?
Think about how much you're going to have in retirement, or how much income you're going to want to have. We see people that they kind of overextend themselves and they want to have the huge house, the vacations, the cars. You have to kind of pick your poison when it comes to retirement, because not being realistic when you're getting to the finish line isn't going to help you at all. You're just going to upset yourself in the long run. So we want to avoid that.
Yeah. What do you think, Galen?
I 100% agree. You know, you need to reel it in a little bit, you know, start small and then work your way up for the larger things. So, you know, try to accomplish smaller goals. Like, you know, you don't need a mansion, you need a house. You know, maybe envision the house, but, you know, be happy with the house, not the mansion.
Yeah. Being grateful for what you have too is a really good step towards increasing your happiness. Learning to manage stress is our next topic.
Yeah.
What are some ways that you manage stress?
So I personally meditate. You know, so about 5 years ago, I went into transcendental meditation, and I find peace in it. You know, so I know a lot of people don't like it. It's like woo, but I like meditating.
Yeah.
I know you don't like it, but I do like it.
I do like it.
You do, yeah.
I was into forced meditation because I was made to do it every day for 2 years. But meditating has been very popular in recent years, and I actually do think it is quite a good thing to do. We did transcendental meditation. You can find out more about that by going to tm.org. And that is their website. Transcendental meditation was huge a couple years ago. I mean, I think it's still huge. It's been huge since like the 60s. The Beatles did it, Ellen DeGeneres, Russell Brand, Oprah Winfrey, David Lynch, the guy that wrote Steel Magnolias, the movie. Have you ever watched that movie?
No.
It was probably before you were born anyways.
Yeah.
Was this a COVID
Another
thing that you
year.
guys picked up?
What's that?
You guys picked this up during COVID, though.
No, this was
Was it
before
about that
COVID.
time?
No, we've done
Before,
this
so
for
it was never
Yeah.
phase.
years.
Okay.
It actually started for us where we started by watching The Secret. That was the first thing that really started us on a journey to be happier, healthier, more mindful people, right? It started at The Secret. After that, it went to transcendental meditation. And then after that, we went to the gym.
Yeah.
So
All ties in.
that's how it all progressed. But
Yeah.
the transcendental meditation helps with creativity. It helps with being grateful for the things that you have. It helps with letting go of past traumas. There's so many different things that you can benefit from. We've even put our whole entire office through transcendental meditation training a couple years ago too, to try to help the office out to have a better, happier mindset.
The way I think about it is you are having a 20-minute conversation with yourself. You know, and if you don't want to have a 20-minute conversation with yourself, how are you going to expect other people to want to interact with you if you aren't happy with yourself? So it kind of brings in the whole self-realization thing, be the ball. Yeah, I love it.
And back to I do want to just point out that we have practices like cultivating gratitude, prioritizing positive relationships, taking care of your health, engaging in meaningful activities, setting realistic goals, learning to manage stress. Those are some things that are probably right off Google if you would search it, of ways to become a more happier person. But the last one on the list is seeking professional help if needed.
Yeah.
Now, Levi, can you give us some examples of ways that people would know that they need professional help?
If you're miserable in your daily life,
Yeah.
you know, if you genuinely have problems, go and reach out to somebody,
Yeah.
because there's no problem, there's no shame in doing it. You're better off going to get the help,
Yeah.
and then try to embrace it and then get it, taken
Yeah.
care of. But
Happiness is just a thought away, honestly. It's hard to get there for some people because things do happen in life. But positive relationships, cultivating positivity in your life is a really huge way to go. Levi, how do you, as far as making a priority in your life, how do you think people should go about doing this with happiness, making happiness a priority?
you want to find the things that make you happy. So some of the happiest when we leave an appointment, when we have somebody that they're dedicated to volunteering, they know that they're going to be doing that after, and they talk to us passionately about that. So we want to be with the people that are like that, knowing that they have something lined up that makes them passionate and happy, to share that with other people. So
Yeah. Surrounding yourself with things that make a good impact in your life. This is probably kind of difficult in a way, because in order to protect yourself, you would have to get rid of negative influences in your life at the same time. And that's a hard thing for some people to do, to cut off a toxic family member like they were a skin tag,
Yeah, I mean, your surroundings is ultimately that is your universe. So you have to make sure that you are in the atmosphere that you want to be in. And if you're not happy, well, there's probably something around you that is probably irritating you. So that is the reality that you're living in. So, you have to keep your circle tight and how you want it to be.
Yeah. And with people that are going into retirement, you know, finding your happiness is really something that's important to do whenever you are going from a 9 to 5 or a 40-hour work week job into trying to find things to do with yourself. Happiness is going to help you enjoy your retirement.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, to me, from everything that I've ever done, meeting with everybody, I am happy that I know that I am helping people a little bit along the way in their life and my life, and we're kind of interacting. But, you know, it's if you haven't had happiness because you've been working that job your entire life just to make ends meet and provide for your family, which a lot of people do, retirement is your time for you to be happy. You know, so this is it. You are retired and you have the rest of your life to focus on what you want and make it happen, because now's the time, and hopefully that you can afford to do that.
So let's just go through it real quick. What are you happy and grateful for right now?
Right now, today, I'm grateful for, you know, everything that's going on in my life. You know, I have so much positive coming in. Like right now, we're on our 21st episode of our TV show. I'm very grateful of that. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for, you know, the marketing agencies that are working with us. So it's not just one thing I'm happy for. I'm at the point where I am grateful for everything because it is what I created.
How about you, Levi? What are you happy for?
I'm going to flip it around on you.
Yeah, I'm going to get there at the end. Yeah, you next.
I'm happy for that. I'm a grateful person. You know, I enjoy all the opportunities I get with work and my family and being able to hang out with friends. So
yeah,
that's what I appreciate the most.
Yeah. And you get to head to Vegas pretty soon, so that's kind of fun too.
Not too bad.
I'm honestly happy for a lot of the same things that Galen talked about. I'm very happy that we have this TV show that we have been doing. We're on our 21st episode. We've created some really good relationships with people in our lives. In Indiana, I'm very grateful for the community that we have that has been working tirelessly for me to come up with the money for the United Way campaign this year. I'm trying to raise more than ever before raised in the history of the United Way of Indiana County. If you want to donate, you can visit their website, uwindianacounty.org.
Yeah.
So guys, find your happiness, find a way to be happy, include positivity in your life. Think about the things that you say to yourself inside your head, because those are really things. I feel like I'm having that Jerry Springer moment where he like gives you life advice on the last 30 seconds of the episode. But guys, happiness is right around the corner. If you need help setting up your financial plan, call us 888-391-3465. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Levi, thank you so much for doing this with us. You did great. Galen, awesome as always. Nice shirt again.
Oh, thank you.
See you soon, guys.
Bye, guys.